Hi and welcome to the Communications Department here at FBU Head Office. We're joined once again by the Union's General Secretary, Matt Wrack. Matt, the Union's called a 24-hour strike today and we've been doing a lot of political work. Can you give us an update on the situation so far and why we've called the strike today?
Sure. The government at Westminster has now started the process of introducing the new pension regulations for the new scheme from 2015. And to oppose that, we have to do what is called praying against it. And that's the mechanism by which you oppose the regulations, and you have to do that through what is called an early day motion. In our case it's early day motion 454, and we've done a lot of political campaigning around that. We now have 236 MPs, but significantly we've got MPs from across the spectrum, so it's not just one particular party. We have a whole range of people, very diverse views. Significantly, we've now got the Labour front bench to support it, and the primary sponsor of that motion is now Ed Miliband, so that's a great breakthrough for us. But also of importance is the fact that we've got a number of Liberal Democrat MPs who've supported our early day motion. So that's one of the parties in the coalition government, and a significant number of their MPs expressing concern. We also know that Tory MPs privately are expressing concern. We now need to push that to an actual debate in House of Commons and a vote. Unfortunately, despite that spread, despite the fact that well over a third of MPs have now expressed their concern, the government is ploughing on. That process is coming to an end sometime next week, and therefore we have called the strike to make clear that they need to act. They're failing to negotiate, they're failing to take account of those concerns, including those concerns in Parliament, and we're sending a very clear message. We are not going away, this campaign's carrying on. That's why the 24-hour strike's been called.
Now this strike, a 24-hour strike, beginning at 9 AM on Tuesday the 9th of December. Once again, that's England only. No strikes in Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. Why the difference?
Yeah, I think I've mentioned a couple in relation to the legal challenge. That in Northern Ireland, for example, the pension age itself is different. In England, Scotland and Wales, the pension age proposed going forward is going to be 60. In Northern Ireland, we've got the government there to agree that the pension age will be 55. It's quite a significant breakthrough. It's unique in public service pensions from 2015 onwards. And as a result of that, we've explained that to our members, including the ups and downs of it, the pros and cons, but balloted members, and as a result of that, we've lifted the trade dispute in Northern Ireland. In Scotland, we've made a number of gains in terms of the threat of no job, no pension, in terms of improved protection arrangements, and now more recently in terms of this question of how pensions are reduced at 55. They've also agreed to that. And in terms of Wales, the Welsh Government has just recently agreed to publicly consult on the question of how pensions are reduced at 55. So all across the UK, apart from in England, we've had at least some dialogue, some genuine progress made, and the government that is not doing that is unfortunately the Westminster government. That's why the strike action is affecting English members only at this stage.
Now FBU members across the country will be aware of a very serious situation in Buckinghamshire. Can you update us on that and tell us the latest?
Yeah, in Buckinghamshire, people will be aware that for the past year or so, chief fire officers and fire authorities have been saying this isn't our dispute, this is a dispute between the Fire Brigade Union and central government. Unfortunately, in Buckinghamshire, in our view, we've faced a very aggressive and hostile employer. Our members in Buckinghamshire have lost more money than members elsewhere. We have as well now this case of what we believe is victimisation. That during the 4-day strike, the fire service in Buckinghamshire claimed that we had issued the strike call incorrectly. We're absolutely confident we didn't. We took legal advice on that matter. They didn't take us to court. But as a result of that, they decided that in their view it was unlawful, and as a result of that they have summarily dismissed one of our members, Brother Ricky Matthews. Ricky's now dismissed from the fire service as a result of that. We've been trying to resolve that through various means for the past few weeks. We now will need to step that up. There will be a major campaign to defend Ricky and anyone else, anywhere else in the country who is victimised as a result of supporting the union, supporting our campaign. We'll provide further updates and probably further video information as well.
Well, Matt, it's been a very long dispute, and as firefighters once again prepare to take to the picket lines, have you got a message for them?
Yeah, I think it is. It is tough. We're approaching Christmas, and nobody wants to be in this position again a year down the line, particularly approaching the Christmas season. But I want to pay tribute to members once again. If you take that, just the political campaigning, the early day motion, our early day motion's got the most support, we believe, since any such motion since at least 2010. We've got support across the political spectrum. We've managed to get the Labour front bench to support us. That's as a result of our members on the ground lobbying and talking to their MPs, and I'd urge everyone to carry on doing that. It does have an impact, without any shadow of a doubt. Our members know the fire service, they know their occupation far better than anyone in government, so don't be afraid of talking to them and challenging them. But also, the reason we're still there, still campaigning, is because our members have stuck together. The government wants us to go away, wants us to move on, wants people to forget about it. We are not going to forget about it. We fought for decades to win pensions for firefighters, and people had to suffer, and people's families had to suffer before we won decent pensions. This government now wants to rob our members of their pension rights, and we're not going to allow them to do that without a fight. So my message to our members is to stick together. That's how we've got to where we are, and that's how we'll see ourselves through this.
There's a strong message from the General Secretary there. For further updates, please keep in touch with our website, which is www.fbu.org.uk, or if you're on Twitter, please follow us at FBU National. But once again, thanks very much, Matt.
Thanks,